Hello, this is Ted with Oaxray, and today we're going to talk about when's the right time to quit your job. So you're getting into this whole Amazon thing, you're starting to make a little bit of money, you already have a full-time job, and you're running yourself crazy trying to figure out when exactly you should be able to quit. And I wanted to go over that today, but before we get started, I needed to say that everyone needs to calculate your expenses and kind of figure out what your month looks like. So I just went to a pretty quick Google spreadsheet here, and I added in a total right here at the bottom. And I think that everybody needs to do this quick calculation. So let's say your rent is $1,000. You got to eat every month, call that 400. You're going to need to buy yourself insurance because you don't have a job anymore, so you need some kind of insurance. Let's just say you're a single person, and that is $500 a month. You're going to need a car, something to get around, so let's add $400 for maintenance and car payments and just all that stuff. Now let's make it 5 because you're going to have to buy some gas for that car and do other things for that also. So we're up to about $2,400, and let's say you want to put away $500 a month just for savings. So in this hypothetical situation right here, we need approximately $3,000 a month to $2,900, and that's just the basics. That's just to survive, put a little bit of money away, pay for your car, and buy the things that you need in your month. So whenever I like to do this calculation, I like to multiply whatever my monthly expenses are by 6. So we're going to do $3,000 times 6, and that is approximately $18,000 that I need. Now you might say, why do I want to multiply my monthly needs by 6 before I quit my job and have this much money in the bank? Personally, I think that you should have 6 months of expenses because you really don't know what's going to happen whenever you quit your job. And here's what I mean. Amazon has suspended many people over the last few weeks. So if you were to quit your job today, and assuming you're not able to get it back pretty quickly, and you had $0 in the bank, Amazon cancels your account and you have a payout of $5,000 or $6,000 in there. You have 0 extra floating cash in the bank. How do you pay your mortgage? How do you pay your health insurance? How do you pay all of these things that occur every single month that you're going to need to pay? And that is why I recommend having 6 times your monthly spend just in case. Now, number 2, I think that everybody before they quit should be personal debt free. I think you should hustle. So in the daytime, you do as much work as possible at your job, assuming you don't have a night job. And then you spend every single hour on the weekend and at night working so you can pay down your debt and actually get up to the $18,000 in the bank. And this actually took me approximately 18 months to do. The first couple months that I started selling on Amazon, I was trying to figure out what's the most profitable way to sell, trying to figure out all my book sources. So some of the first months, I did a lot of work and got very little profit. And then as I started getting better, my profit margin started getting larger. And eventually I was able to save the money, pay off any debt, and actually get started on a good path on Amazon. That's what I recommend. So besides monthly expenses, you should have all of your debt listed also. And you should essentially just make a plan. So if you owe $10,000 in student loans, you need to get that knocked out. If you owe $20,000 on your car, and then maybe you owe $5,000 in credit card debt. If you're living like you were pre-Amazon, no Amazon income, and you're making a full-time income, and you take all your Amazon profits and you roll it into your debt, you should be able to pay everything off. Hopefully you can build up your 6 months of emergency fund, and then you can make the shift into just Amazon. Now, if you are very confident, some people don't have as big of a cushion as 6 months, but that is what I recommend. I think a lot of people, they love this Amazon thing, and then they don't like their job so much that they make that jump too soon. The problem is when anything happens in your personal life, you have to remember you own a business. You want to grow your business every year. You want to have higher profits every year. But if you are living off of that income and you start taking money away from the business, now you don't have as much money to source with. So if you have $0 extra saved up, your Amazon payout is, let's say, $10,000, and something happens and you take all of that $10,000, what are you going to use to build more inventory? And that is where your emergency savings, your extra 6 months of expenses comes in. Whenever you don't have that job, you're relying on every single payout to be there to pay any bills or any extra expenses that may come up. Also, you have to remember, when you're working for yourself, you have to plan for disability, for getting sick. If you're not there doing the work, no one else is going to do it for you unless you have some systems already in place. So that's one of the things. You just quit your job today. You're on a good path. You don't have a lot of money saved up, and you break your leg, and now you can't go out and source products, and now you're in trouble because you may not have those things in place that you had at your job where you're going to get paid whether you work or whether you don't work. So I just want everybody to make sure they're covered as far as health insurance goes, disability insurance. If you have some type of long-term disability, look into those also, and make sure you have your savings, because I've seen people get extremely sick after quitting their job, break their leg, maybe they're out for a few weeks, and there's no one else to cover their business, so their business starts a downhill slide because they haven't made these preparations. So 6 months expenses, pay off your debt, and then once you're to that point and you're making a similar income or more at Amazon than you are at your job, then it's time to start looking at making that jump, that leap of faith. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using Oaxray. Please like and subscribe. And if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.